In the winter of 1972, a young flight attendant named Vesna Vulovic stepped onto a plane she never should have been on. She wasn't scheduled for that flight. She wasn't supposed to be anywhere near that sky, but a simple mix-up in names placed her on JAT Flight 367, a passenger jet cruising over Czechoslovakia, 33,000 feet above the Earth. The flight felt normal at first. The engines hummed. Passengers relaxed. Vesna moved through the cabin smiling, completely unaware that she was minutes away from the most violent event a human body can experience, and somehow survive at 4:01 p.m. The plane tore apart, not crashed, not malfunctioned, tore apart. An explosion ripped through the aircraft mid-air. Metal screamed. Windows shattered. The cabin decompressed instantly, ripping passengers from their seats and throwing them into the freezing sky. Bodies, luggage, and burning debris spiraled downward like falling stars. In that chaos, Vesna was thrown straight out of the plane. No parachute, no protection. Just a 22-year-old woman, falling from 33,000 feet, the height of Mount Everest. Most people would lose consciousness almost immediately. Most people would die long before hitting the ground. But Vesna didn't, as the air roared around her. Her body smashed into part of the aircraft's tail section. Still intact, still falling. She became trapped inside it, unconscious, broken, but shielded enough to stay alive as the tail spun violently toward the ground. Below her, the mountains were covered in ice. Sharp, deadly, cold. But fate had one more twist waiting. The falling wreckage didn't land on hard rock. It crashed into a thick, snow-covered forest, the branches absorbing just enough of the impact to prevent instant death. The crushed metal slammed into the earth, crumpling like paper. Inside it, Vesna's body was shattered, skull fractured, legs broken, spine crushed, but her heart still beating. Hours passed. She remained trapped, bleeding, freezing, unconscious until a local villager named Bruno Honky heard the distant echo of the explosion. He rushed toward the smoke and wreckage and found her barely alive, her uniform soaked in blood, surrounded by devastation. When rescuers arrived, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. A woman, alive, after falling from the sky. Vesna spent days in a coma, months in a hospital, and years healing injuries that should have been impossible to survive. Doctor said the only reason she lived was because her low blood pressure made her lose consciousness early, keeping her heart from exploding during the fall, combined with the insulated tail section, the forest, the snow, and a miracle no scientist could fully explain. Her survival is still considered the greatest fall from the sky in human history without a parachute, a record that stands to this day. But Vesna didn't care about records, she cared about life. She returned to work after recovering, still limping, still scarred, but smiling. The same smile she wore before the explosion. She lived quietly, avoiding fame, refusing to see herself as special. Yet the world knows the truth. She is one of the strongest survivors to ever walk this earth. A woman who fell from the heavens and stood back up. A reminder that sometimes, even in the worst moments, even in impossible circumstances, life chooses you. And when life chooses you, nothing, not even a 33,000-foot fall, can stop your story.